Alright, good. Mic is good. Chat is good. Voice is good. Hello everyone, my name is Namek. Welcome to tonight's stream. Give me 1 sec. I'm gonna do voice chat first. I decided to just make or rather, one of my mods, Zoop, I think, made a voice chat for me where there's no invite, so you don't have to be approved by me. Anyone who has a Discord can come in and chat with me now. I don't know if I'm gonna regret this or not, but we'll see. Hopefully not anytime soon. Anyways, how is everyone doing? It is Wednesday. It is very cloudy and rainy today, so I didn't need to go out. So I'm in quite a bit of a good mood. I will be going back to work, of course, tomorrow, the next day, and the day after to earn some good money so we can play more games, but try to stick it right around $3, $10, even better if it's free. We are doing the daytime quest. I know that some people might question it because they were expecting a cooking stream, but just know the fact that I need to finish this series because I want to start playing Deltarune as well as Five Nights at Freddy's, which is the Secrets of the Mimic. So it shouldn't be too bad since I've already technically beat this game, and this is just this mode, the daytime quest mode, is basically just playing the game. It seems like you have a hunger bar, and the difficulty is actually a lot easier, maybe on normal, since I beat the original on hard, so I shouldn't have too much trouble with it. Last time I tried doing this, I almost beat it, but I think I ran out of stamina. Or rather, I was out of gaming stamina. So, there you go. Let's do this. I do want to see the ending of this. This does seem like it has a story mode. So, I am comfortable enough to play through this though. Once you die once, it's game over. Good luck. Whew, okay. Alright. I know the tricks now. I know what to do. Usually you want to go into a room where there are a lot more items than the ones that doesn't have that many items. And usually I would buy coal so we can cook food. I find that to the left, this is the kitchen. Usually this is the best part. Alright, let's cook the meat because that's usually the best item. Ned, hey, what's up? What's going on? I think that my Discord is fixed because yesterday we were talking. If you remember Zoop, he came in and helped me out and remade my Discord a little bit, and the voice chat is now basically, if you just click the link above, you don't need an invite. At least that's what I'm hoping. Feel free to let me know if it works. I'm gonna be trying my best to finish this mode because, well, I really want to start playing Deltarune. So we'll see. Either way, welcome. Of course, I'm still gonna chat away. In fact, I'm feeling so confident in my chatting ability that I think I am going to... I am feeling pretty comfortable about talking while playing this game. It's not that scary of a game. I think it's got its charms, but as good of as I mean, I see the passion behind this. It's just that I can't find Wario and the other Nintendo mascots all that scary. Alright, usually there's 5 nights, or 6 nights, excuse me. I usually probably want to do the hardest one, and based on what I've seen, I'd say the kitchen might be the hardest for me. You should be confident in chatting. Honestly, I don't know if you're very good at it. It takes practice, believe it or not. I was not confident in my own ability to speak. I don't know if I told you about this, Ned, but I'm in real estate. And before I got in real estate, I was a very, very, very shy guy. And how do I say this? It was only because being in real estate and sales that I had no choice but to learn to know how to speak. It's not just speaking, it's sales. Okay, there's Wario. I think I remember this. It's sales. I remember going into my... Oh, thanks for the sub, Maria. There you go. Okay. Anyways, what was I saying? When your paycheck depends on your ability to sell yourself, you just gotta bite the bullet. I remember my first time going into an apartment, and this is not even without a client with me. This is basically my boss telling me, hey, go over here, look at it, and be familiarized with the environment. And the agents in there, if you ever go to an apartment, they usually have apartment agents, right? And what happens is that they knew I was coming because my boss told them. And I remember going in there, or excuse me, I remember being in that parking lot, sitting there for 15 to 20 minutes of just staring at the entrance. You know why? Because I was too afraid to go in because I thought I would be bothering them. As in, why would these agents show me the place when I have no interest in renting? Yes, we work together, but at the end of the day, you know, I'm not a customer. It's like if you ever go to a car dealership. There you go. Then you know what I mean. And the girls were really pretty too. If you want to see some really pretty looking girls and being nice to you for free, go to an apartment. At least the ones in my city. We have a crap tons of apartments. No, I never ask any of them out because there's that old phrase, you don't eat where you shit. There you go. Alright, shouldn't be too hard. I remember this section. I remember how to play this. But eventually, there's that one moment that you remember in your life where you just gotta swallow your pride, swallow the fear, and just go in. I remember shaking as well. And looking back on it, it was kind of pathetic because they want me there to help them get a customers. Fuck. Alright, that was bad. Okay, we gotta concentrate a little bit here. One sec. Whew. Alright. Anyways. What was I saying? There's a point where you just gotta suck it up. And I don't want to say it to be mean or anything. It's just the way it is. It was one of the scariest tasks I ever had to go through. But looking back at it now, it was pathetic and it was kind of funny because there was absolutely nothing to be scared of. If you want to be able to talk in Just Chatting Net, it's just relax and have fun. I think most people get nervous in Just Chatting, and this is just an assumption, is that they're afraid of what people think. You shouldn't be afraid of that. Afterwards, I mean, I had no issues with going on dates, which I was never able to do. But when you are in a position of sales for real estate, trust me, there is so much stuff that you get rejected on the phone. Okay, I got cussed out, rejected, told to piss off by customers on the phone or clients on the phone, and in real life when they were in my car. So if I was gonna get rejected by a girl, so what? Who cares? So that's what led me to being quite good at just being with Just Chatting. You just gotta keep things interesting. And one of the things to keep things interesting is to go out of your comfort zone. I remember one time there was a client in my car. To keep her entertained, I basically cussed out her favorite childhood memory, which, if you don't know what that is, she was a big fan of Winnie the Pooh. So I took that, okay, what can I do with it? I knew only a little bit about that franchise, Winnie the Pooh, but the only thing I knew, the thing is that my only connection with it is through Kingdom Hearts, so I didn't have much to say. So what do I... Oh shit, the laundry. I don't know what to do here. Fuck. I gotta concentrate. Fuck, Jesus. I don't know this one. I did not mean to camp here. Fuck.
Ooh, I can hear your heavy breath through the phone. Having a good time? I'm sure you are. They'll never find me. I'm too fast for them. I know this world better than any of those fools out there. And what about you? Can you hide?
I get it, you're possessed.
Can you hide from us? We're coming after you. But I'm sure you've figured that out already. Though, have you figured out where the exit is? I'm sure you haven't.
I'm sorry, I just can't get scared by Taco's voice.
Him?
Great content creator.
Who did it?
But I just can't find his voice being scary.
So, let us finish what we started on back in the factory all those years ago.
What?
Hey there, sorry for the late phone call. I had some work that
Yeah, he is. He's the actual voice. I knew it even before
for many nights now.
knowing that in the credits. It's like, that sounds like
security
Daco.
Guard or something. Okay, so where are you hiding? Oh.
Or where am
In
I?
the laundry, you say. Well,
Laundry.
there are 2 doorways into the laundry, and since the room is very small,
3
they will
animatronics.
see you, and most likely get to you should they come inside. Do you remember what I said about eye contact? Good.
Okay,
So,
don't look
sit
at
with
them.
your back faced against the door. Oh, you already are. Great. Now, things might get a bit complicated tonight. Since you can't look behind you, you
concentrate
must
on this.
listen carefully to know if someone is standing behind your back. But it's very important to know who is standing behind you.
Okay.
Watch the cameras to know which one enters the laundry. This is important since all ghosts will react differently when they see you. If should we say, a shy or more nervous type of ghost enters your room, try to quickly look from left to right until he goes away.
Look left to right
That should hopefully
on the one who
confuse
is
him, as
shy.
He's probably already confused
Who's
enough
shy?
to begin with. Though, should a tall or more aggressive ghost find
Tall.
you, sit completely still.
Okay, just don't move.
Don't move. You will hear it when they go away, as the sound of their breath will vanish. However, just to be sure,
What's the
you
last
should turn on the machine you see in the left-hand corner. Just click the button on it. My guess is that some specific type of ghost will avoid that annoying sound from the machine. Should any of these ghost types find you, they probably won't get fooled no matter what you do. So to keep these away, keep the machine on. The only downside to this, however, is that the loud sound will make you unable to hear anyone behind you. Yeah.
There's one where if they get you, you're
Be
dead.
very careful tonight, man.
So this is
good luck.
this. Okay, maybe I should turn this on. Okay, Mario. Oh, Luigi. Okay, Luigi's definitely the shy type. So look left to right. Tall, dark, and handsome, was it? Mario is not tall. Okay, so where is he coming from? Oh, Luigi. Okay. Okay. Oh shoot, I still got this stupid ass. Okay, Luigi is here? I think. Hello? Okay. Was that it? Luigi? I'm getting a little bit nervous. Okay. I don't hear anything. Oh, Jesus! Okay. That's gotta be Mr. Tall, Dark, and Handsome. Okay, Luigi is back. Okay, okay. Okay, I'm not so sure about this one. Okay, Luigi. Okay, no problem. Hold on, Mario. Okay, Mario. Hey, I think I hear a voice in my Discord. I'm a little bit nervous. Okay. I think that's Wolf that's talking to me right now. I can't hear him very well because the damn machine is running.
So we're not Nelia.
Hold on. Shh, shh. Okay. Is that it? No? Oh, Jesus. Okay, okay. I'm a little bit nervous about this one. Okay, they're about to come in. Just gotta figure out which one's coming in. Okay. I can do this, I can do this, I can do this. Okay, which one? Which one? Which one? God damn it, which one? Luigi is here. Okay, he's here. Okay. Look left and right. How do I know when he's gone? Okay. Is he gone? Hello? Is he here? How about this one? I think Waluigi's here. Is he here? Okay. No, he's not. Okay, he's back. Okay, okay. Oh, is he here? Is he here? Okay. Just be quiet, just be quiet, just be quiet. Okay. I think he's gone. Okay. Okay, that was close. Luigi is here. I think he's here. I think I can turn this off, right? Oh, God, I do not know what I'm doing here. I don't know what I'm doing. Okay. Okay, Waluigi. Oh! Oh, that was it. That was it. That wasn't too bad. That was not too bad. Anyway, how's it going? You're almost back from vacation, right?
What?
Alright. Oh, wait. That's Ned. You're Ned. Fuck. Oh, jeez. My bad. You're Ned. My bad.
That's good.
Sorry.
You did mention we sound alike. Also,
Yeah.
the stream is loading. I don't know if that's just a me thing, but
Y'all got that secondary anime voice protagonist. Hope you don't get offended. All I'm saying is that, in fact, Wolf actually wanted to become a voice actor as well. Alright, let's go eat some food.
yeah, the stream is currently offline.
Huh? The stream is offline?
Yes. Yeah. Oh, back up. Still have.
My OBS says it's okay.
Strange. Okay, yeah, we're back.
You're on
Yeah,
Twitch though, right?
Oh,
Yeah, you're on Twitch, so... You're on Twitch.
Yeah, I'm on Twitch. Yeah.
This multi-streaming might be a little bit more annoying than I thought. But don't worry, I'm not planning to leave Twitch anytime soon. I still enjoy, I still enjoy all this. Okay, where should I go next? Okay, one sec. You saw me play this game before. I just did the laundry part, and I did the kitchen, which I think is the hardest for me. So we got 2 down, and we got 4 to go. So I know one, the living room is the easiest. I know hallway is doable. The one in the bedroom is okay, so that's 5. So I still need to play 1 more. Damn it, which one do I...
This game series might have fan game.
You've seen enough FNAF fan game?
It might have one of the best atmospheres. Is what
Is that
I'm
right?
saying.
Well, you can talk in this one because I know this one is the easiest. I don't need to pay attention to this at all. In fact, I just need to look in the mirror. And if he comes, turn the camera up and boom, there you go. So actually, this is like a free gimme. You were saying, by the way?
Yeah, this whole series, I think, has a pretty solid atmosphere. Like, I don't know, just something about it. It works.
It works.
I think.
And I really appreciate the fact that... Okay, he's here. I really appreciate the fact that this game, instead of doing the whole, nights 1 through 5, you add an extra enemy per night. Where this one, it is a different mechanic every night. It's kind of like that, what is it? Origin? Creation? Joy of Creation. That's the one. And that one, in my opinion, is probably the best FNAF. Not just in terms of fan game, but also FNAF games in general. Period. It's challenging, scary, and very, very well scripted. The only thing I guess was quote unquote lacking would be the story, but that's fine. I don't that's not something I worry about at all.
Yeah, very fair. I think that having like different mechanics every night shakes things up a bit.
Yes.
And I also think this game specifically has a lot of replay value with all of the different rooms there are.
Agreed. As you can see, you don't need super detailed graphics. I don't know what stock image this one is from, but the tension is there, and even if you don't get scared anymore, even if you're getting used to it, there's still something about it that you can come back and still work around, which I think is really, really fun about this series.
Yeah, like even with just simple stock images, you can still get something and make something of it and have it look good.
Oh, no
Like,
doubt. No doubt. Go ahead.
Like, I don't think I've seen very many FNAF fan games that have this sort of aesthetic where it's a bunch of stock images. Like, it's very unique, I think.
Agreed. I mean, the first time I played FNAF, Five Nights at Freddy's, because that was after Doki Doki Literature Club, I did not know what kind of gameplay it was. When you play a game, there's usually like an instruction night or something like that. But when I first played Five Nights at Freddy's on my PS5, I had no idea what was going on. And my chat was just trolling me, as in, I asked them, what am I supposed to do here? What is this? What's with the lights and what's with the doors? What am I supposed to do? But I was creeped out by the total darkness of it all. And that's the thing. Because of how dark it is, you don't have, I guess as a developer, you don't have to worry that much because it's just black. But it also plays into the fear factor. So it's like killing two birds with one stone, if you know what I mean. So it helps the developer a lot, and and the thing with the human mind is that it's always nerve-wracking when you do not know what to expect. The fear of not being in control. So if you have a map or anything like that, then it gives you a sense of security, right? But with FNAF, you are most likely all alone. You only have the doors and then a phone call in the beginning to protect you, and then your battery generator goes down and all that stuff. So the gameplay works with the story and the atmosphere and vice versa, and that's what I think is so clever about some of these game developers. Alright, let's eat one. I'm alright.
Yeah, and I think the Five Nights at Wario series captures the original FNAF feeling like, well, compared to like other fan games. Like,
And that's a lot. There's a lot to compete with too.
yeah, but like that exact atmosphere, I feel like this game series captures it pretty well.
I agree. Compare that to say Candies or Jollies or something like that. This one is a little bit more true to the, I would say true to the original, more a little, just a tad more than the others. Although Candies was pretty good as well. All right, let's eat one of the potatoes. And let's call it.
Yeah, I think series like
I'm gonna do the bathroom because I've never done this, but I think it might be pretty easy. But don't quote me on it. Go ahead.
But yes, games like Candies and Jollies do definitely have their own feel, I think. More, especially with Jollies, more sister location, like,
Yeah.
with the
Hello? You're still there?
I'm gonna have to hear this, by the way.
Okay. I'm just glad that you're okay. Now, where are you? The bathroom. All right, good choice. Though I'm unsure if you have a lot to protect
What
yourself with
is
in there.
this? Paralysis, short side,
Wait,
long side.
Is
What
there
does
a
that
medicine
mean?
cabinet in there? If there is, take a look inside. See
Alright.
if you can find some medicine
Select
of some
pill.
sort. I've
Impale
heard that
recharger.
the effect that is created as soon as you take some types of medicine will drive the spirits away. Don't ask how. Maybe the reaction the medicine creates makes them think that you're dead or
Alright.
something. Either way, I think this is your
Take the
only
pill.
hope. Stay quiet, track them on the camera, and if they should find
kind
you,
of pill should I take?
quickly swallow a pill or something. Then they should hopefully go away. Take the strongest medicine you can find. However, strong medicines often come with some side effects, like temporary loss of long-distance vision,
Okay,
loss of
I-
short-distance vision,
I'm not so sure
paralysis,
about this one.
etc.
I'm not
But
that
don't
confident.
worry, these side effects will go away shortly. Keep moving during the day, okay? And I'll call you again tomorrow if you're still there. Be careful.
Alright. Alright, so from what I've seen, we should only keep our eye on 2 cameras. Because there's only, it looks like there's only 2 ghosts. Oh, Yoshi. Okay. Who's this? That's some kind of chicken girl? I don't know who that is. Yoshi is green. So if I see Yoshi, I take the green pill. And then the other one is if I take the red pill. Is that how it works? So when they come here, because there's only 2 spots that gets to the bathroom. The kitchen in this area. And then this recharge is really slow, so I better... Okay, oh, okay, I see Yoshi. I see Yoshi. Alright. Alright, so when he disappears, that means I take the green pill, right? Is that him? Ah! Okay. That wasn't too bad. That wasn't too bad. What? Okay, alright, I see. Oh, Jesus! Okay, red. Okay. Yo, Squid, what's up, man? How are you? How's this FNAF been treating you, my friend? Did you beat the other game that you took a bet with me on? Just curious. Anyway, this is Squid. He's a player that... He's also another FNAF player that came to my my stream a couple of times. He does FNAF content as well. And he made a bet with me. Ah! Okay. Alright. How do I know if Yoshi's here? This is not fair. You didn't quit the game? Well, did you give up? Were you able to finish the game, though? Because you you told me that you could finish that game before me. Alright.
So you two made a bet on who could finish.
3! That is correct. As in, he made a bet with me saying, hey, on his own video saying, hey, bet you can't finish this game before... Oh my god, I don't have any greens left? How is this fair? Oh! Okay. Well, I don't have any... I thought it was supposed to refill the entire thing. Night 3, then you gave up? Jesus, Squid, come on. So he made a bet with me on a particular game. I forgot the name of it. And what happens was that he said that he could... Hey, Nut, I bet you can't beat this game before I finish it. And then so I'll take you up on that challenge. I beat it in one stream. And as you can see here, he gave up after, well, night 3.
Yeah.
It's still cool, though. We're still cool. That's why I say I'm the master of Five Nights at Freddy's, or these kind of games. I don't remember that game to being that hard. I don't remember it being that hard. But yeah, I'm pretty proud of myself for doing it, especially because of the fact that I can beat it in one stream. That's still my pride and joy right there. All right, is it 6 yet? Yes. Okay, that wasn't too bad. That was not too bad. Secrets of the Mimics drops in 2 days. Be sure to play, man. I will. I still need to play Delta Room. I saved enough money for both of those games, and I'm looking forward to playing it. So if you don't want to be spoiled, well, don't watch my stream. Please watch my stream. Alright, potato. Alright.
Also, speaking of FNAF fan games, this one I started a few days ago. It's a Roblox FNAF fan game, and basically you're in this supermarket with these holiday-themed animatronics, and it's a pretty solid game, I think. The mechanics are very simple, but it's actually decently challenging.
Really?
Jolly World, I think it's called.
It's called Jelly?
Jolly World.
Ah, is it the cat animatronics from the Jolly series?
No, it's.
Oh,
like
Jesus. Oh,
Yeah.
God, talking to you, I almost died. I was 1 pixel away from hunger death. Oh, my God. Oh, thanks, man. You almost killed me. I was listening to you. Anyways, carry on.
But yeah, it's its own thing. Again, the animatronics are like Christmas themed. There's like a reindeer and stuff like that.
Ooh, sounds
Yeah,
nice.
Pretty simple, but pretty solid also. I haven't beaten the game yet. I got through the first 4 nights in one day, and I would like to get through the last night soon.
Oof. Well, good luck
Yeah,
to you,
maybe
man.
when you get back into Roblox games, you check it out.
I thought about getting back to Roblox. It's just that I don't know why before I started streaming again, I went back to try to open the app on my computer. For some reason, it just keeps crashing and doesn't work. So we're gonna have to wait on that then. All right, I'm gonna have to concentrate on this one though. It does because it requires me to hear. But I am pretty confident in my ability to beat this one. I don't. See what I mean? This is like if Markiplier tried to do the call voice, and it's just funny. All right, this is pretty easy. Close one of the doors and then check the other 2 on camera. It's a purely reactionary game. Okay, this is pretty good. Okay, nothing. So far so good. Left. Okay. All right. Down. Okay. All right. Okay, there we go. This is where the game becomes challenging if you guys start talking to me at once. Down. God damn, I swear that sounds like exactly like Bonnie. I don't want to mess this up. I'm on night 5. I'm doing well. I beat 2 levels on the first try, which is pretty good. Okay, left, which means this is a blessed run. This is a blessed run. Don't take it for granted. And my dog's barking is not helping. Come on. I can do this, I can do this. Fudge. Right, okay. The only downside for this game, which I'll talk in a bit, is that unfortunately it's not that scary for me. I can't find the mascot scary. The atmosphere is scary, but not the mascots.
Yeah, that is also very understandable. Like, again, I've said before, I don't really get scared by horror. But even with that, I can't really see this being scary to very many people.
Alright, so far so good. Joey, first time viewer, welcome. Have I ever baked pecan pie? I have. It's just that I would bake it on stream, but unfortunately, you guys can't see my oven. Now I have a portable oven, but the thing is, if I plug any more electronic equipment onto my wall socket, my PC would explode. Okay. Okay. If you want. Okay. Alright. Guys, I need to concentrate. I'm almost there. Alright, come on. Down. Left. So far, so good. Left. Okay. I got this. At least this is not hard mode. I probably would have a hard time if this is hard mode. No pun intended. Down! Please. Okay. Oh, yes. FNAF has always been, don't win. I'm almost done. Seriously? Come on, man. You're funny, Joey. You're a funny guy. Okay. Alright. I cannot mess this last night up. I swear to God if I mess this last night up. And I swear if there's a 7th night, I'm gonna scream. Out of frustration. There better not be a 7th night. And Joey, yes, I am... Alright, that's the room that we're gonna go to. I don't need any more cash. I don't really need anything else. Let's see, let's just cook some last minute food just in case. Just in case if there's a goddamn 7th night. I swear if there's a 7th night. That's how I hope there's none. Okay, that's my last salmon. Okay, I got more than enough food for this day and the next. I should be good. Oh. Anyways. Alright. It's been a while since I've been nervous. This should be pretty easy, since this is like one of the easier ones. It's not as brain dead as the living room. But it is still pretty simple. Alright. Don't jinx myself. Don't jinx myself. Are you jerking off to my voice, Joey? In that case, I'm flattered. Some people say that I have, what's that? It's okay, Ned. Or if this is Joey, I mean, I deal with trolls all the time. I like to do a little bit of trolling. One of my favorite hobbies is actually going online and reading people's comments. Troll comments. It's one of my favorite hobbies now.
And honestly, it's hilarious to watch.
Jeez, thanks. I can't wait. You know what? Eventually, hopefully, when I become, I wouldn't say a successful streamer, but more like I get a bigger community, which is exactly what I want. Whether I be doing cooking or playing games like this, I wish there would be more people come into my stream and just talk with me. It's like making new friends. As sad as that sounds.
Making new friends, even through streaming, I think is pretty alright.
Yeah, you guys are alright, man. Okay, so for this one, Camp 6 and Camp 5. If they appear here, that means they're about to attack.
Good evening.
And if they are gone, just turn the lights on. I got this. This one is very easy. Plus, the lights the generator for the lights isn't like very costly. Sorry about the barking, guys. My new dog Nana, she is like feisty. She is super spoiled. Right now, she doesn't even want. Not only does she not eat the dog food, but she doesn't even eat chicken breast anymore. No. She wants salmon. She wants mozzarella cheese. She wants my ice cream. That dog is extremely spoiled. And she is the first dog that I've owned that ever barked back at me. As if I tell her, no, don't do that. She'll look at me and just like, ah, rah, rah, rah. And then she'll pout. Which I find kind of cute. If you guys don't know what she is, she's a mix of Bichon and Maltese. And, okay, here's one. Okay. And she runs around like a little rabbit, as in she hops. Get out of here, Jesus! I don't know why that scares me. It's so goofy and ridiculous. Yet, as you can tell, it's really the sound effect. Okay. Oh, I almost missed it. Okay. Alright, go away. Thank you. Oh my god, simultaneous attack. Oh. Thank goodness this is not on hard mode. I would have died there. Alright. Perfect. Can I get all of your opinions on something? When I first streamed, someone said that I sound a bit like Markiplier, but with an Asian accent, because Mark is like, I don't know, he has a very deep American voice. But when I hear myself, I just hear some rambling Asian uncle. I guess I'd be a mix between Mark, if Mark and Uncle Rogers had a baby.
I don't really hear Markiplier when you speak. I don't know.
Good.
You sound...
I sound
completely
unique.
different, in my opinion.
I sound unique. I sound unique. Alright, here. I don't know why I'm super nervous. This is not a hard level. Okay. Yeah, there's just something that I gotta be. It's just bad luck. It's just bad luck. My gaming skills is like a double-edged sword. If you want to know what it's like, if you guys ever played Deltarune Chapter 2, I beat the super boss first try, not knowing anything about her. Don't want to give you spoilers. But somehow I struggle the hell out of trying to beat the regular story boss, and my chat was giving me so much crap about it. I was like, I can't believe you suck this much. Yada yada yada. Here. Okay. So that's why I'm being very, very careful. Okay. I should be good. Yes! Alright, let's not celebrate too much, because I do not want to say... the last words I want to see is... Night 7. Oh. Finally, I can get out of this house. Gosh, would anyone even believe me if I told them what happened to me these nights? Probably not. It appears Max was aware of this house being a strange one. I really hope he's okay, but judging from his last phone call, I fear the worst. if he's alive, he might be able to tell me more about what he knows about all this. Well, oh, Jake, no, 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 please don't give me a Knight 7. Ah! But it looks like we are outside. I'm assuming those are raindrops. Raindrops, I keep falling on my head.
But yeah, telling people you got hunted down by Super Mario ghosts, probably not the most believable thing.
Pretty much. Where are we going? What is this place? Can we just go back out to our go back home? What is this place? It looks like a Pokemon Center. Secure Inc. Why am I going in here?
It's kind of crazy to think that this game series probably wasn't meant to be anything this big. Like, the original game was probably just made for shits, you know?
It was a meme game at first, but then it developed into something else. Oh no. Max. Okay, it's a recent entry in Max's personal diary. It reads, "Oh dear, who could have done this? That old McRoy house has seemingly been empty and haunted, as some claims, for years. And now a poor man has gotten a security job there. I must help him. I gotta call him right away to make sure he's alright. Sending someone over won't do much in this case." Max! My MVP. I just don't get it. Why are these weird events happening? The old Wario factory got reopened and closed the very same week for God knows what reason. Then they reopen, there's a typo, the old WarioWare Inc., only for the same to happen there. A haunting, otherworldly feeling seems to be common theme here. And now this Edward guy gets a job in our companies to protect a house that doesn't need protection. It's like someone is playing the world's worst prank on all of us. People even claim that these events are connected by some sort of curse. Christopher would have known what to do. I still remember our last phone call. So I guess Max is the main character for the second game, and maybe Chris is like for the first game, or is it vice versa? He kept talking about how his understanding of time was evolving. He apparently kept hearing his own voice echoing through the halls of WarioWare's Inc., claiming another him was trying to contact him somehow. I mean, oh god, reading that just gave me lapse of aneurysm in my brain because the amount of him. It's like someone kept saying like all the time. He told me it was hard to make out what the voice said, but he was able to make out the name Emma. Okay. Is someone simping for Emma?
I wonder what the story of this series is. Like, I feel like I've watched a video on the lore, but I forgot most of it.
Well, Deflect, you said he was going to be here to give me the lore, but I guess he's on vacation right now, so... This vanishing of James reminds me of my cousin and his disappearance. Oh, Christopher, where have you gone? You were always the smartest one of us. You were always the smartest one of the two of us. I mean, English is not my first language, but even I think that you could rewrite that a little bit better. Me, an Asian guy here, you know, being a warrior, a keyboard warrior, or a grammar police, excuse me. After WarioWare Inc. was turned into ashes, Christopher spent all his days in the machinery of that building. He was lucky to be able to use the building while Wario & Co. went on to build their fast food factory. I hate the thought of it, but if the rumors are true, could Christopher be part of the group that supposedly discovered dragon DNA and worked on DNA restoration and manipulation? I have no idea what is going on here, and it sounds ridiculous.
I do think I know a bit of the lore of the first game and how that all went down.
Well, feel free to share with me after this then. Let's see. It's no diary from back. I see they are closing down. Wario's fast food factory again. Understandable, but what happened to James? Okay, James was the first in the first game. Why is the media so careless on this? He just vanished into thin air. I knew James. He wouldn't just disappear like that. Rumor has it that he suddenly vanished as he was talking to a new employee on the phone over at Wario's. Some say he was killed, but no body has ever been found. I hope he's out there still. He was a friend after all. Okay, alright, come on. Max, are you okay? Nope, probably not.
But yeah.
I don't know whether that's a stab wound or a bullet wound. I'm gonna guess stab wound. Alright, what is this?
Imagine trying to explain what this series is to someone.
And then try to take it seriously. I just thought you were high. It went from Max being dead to the food factory and then now dragon DNA. I say, where the hell did that come from? Impossible to open. Are we missing something? Max, do you have a key? How about the computer? Nope.
Like, the description of this game would be, it's a fan game of a popular horror video game about the ghosts of Super Mario mascots in a factory and a bunch of other locations.
Yeah. At least I can somewhat comprehend. The FNAF lore is a little bit comprehensive. Kids got killed, blah blah blah. Their souls go into animatronics. Okay, I kind of get it. This one is downright confusing as hell. Alright, maybe I'm supposed to leave? Huh?
As much as a lot of people, like, aren't big fans of how complicated FNAF lore is, I don't know, I think the story is kind of cool. I like it.
I don't take this story seriously. I mean, I can with Wario and Luigi as the scary people that is trying to kill me. So I take these games with a grain of salt. I was like, haha, it's like a funny little horror story. Like, don't take it too seriously, which is fine. I guess that's it. End sequence. Oh, okay, so I see. I think we're supposed to unlock that door. Maybe if we find all the music box, or maybe beat all the levels or something. Not so sure if I want to do that, or I have enough time to do that, because, you know, we got other games to get to. And
Like, horror video game story / lore is.
Horror is intriguing to me, but it will never be my favorite kind of genre, because obviously I don't like getting scared. I don't like feeling helpless. I don't like the feeling of getting lost, not knowing where to go. I don't like to be threatened. So that's understandable, hopefully. I guess that's it.
From what you have played, what game would you say has the best, like, story to it?
Story? Like Five Nights at Freddy's game? Or fan games? What do you mean?
Yeah, you know, like story / lore on any horror game that you've played.
That's a kind of an unfair question, because I haven't experienced that many horror games in my life for reasons. But if the ones that I've played so far, the one that really messed with my head so far was probably, I can't say which one is the worst or the scariest, because they all have different aspects, but I would say Doki Doki Literature Club. That horror mixed with fourth wall break and, you know, the computer stuff, that really messed with my head. That was one that was kind of freaked me out. The other one might surprise you. It would be Bloodborne. I never want to be I would never step a foot inside Yarnum ever. I hate that place. That place gave me an existential crisis. I never felt so lost. If you saw my gameplay of Bloodborne, it was basically just me just trying to get the F out. I was like, okay, go here, go here, go here, go here, go here. I don't want to see anything. I don't want to know anything. Kind of like that. And I was actually kind of glad to kind of see a boss, because one, I know that it is just pure combat and I'll get used to the horror aspect. Two is that I'm getting closer to the end of the story. So it wasn't because Bloodborne is a bad game, it's just that it was very traumatizing for me, environmental wise. Everywhere I go in that game, it feels like the world wants to kill me or torture me for eternity. And I just want to lay down and cry and just get out. So that was another one. If you're talking about the most time that I've got scared, like the scariest, as I told you, would probably be Madison VR.
Yeah.
There's just something about that being inside a house, and spoiler alert, there's like a demonic entity in there, and as you slowly unravel what is going on, and being inside of VR, some of those areas. Actually, maybe I should just show you. I think I still have my gameplay. Here. I don't know if I'm popular enough to play it. There it goes. There's me. There's me. It's
Showed some images of this game.
Let's see, part 1. There's what I looked like a few months back. So let me try and see. Okay. I was very lost on the puzzle, but here. Okay. No, not here. Not this. Okay, I think it's in part 2. I'll show you the part that gave me a panic attack.
Store.
Shut up. I don't like to hear myself talk. Alright. Okay. It's things like this where you kind of, it feels so claustrophobic to me. And I can't explain it until you actually, until you are in there yourself. Here, it was when I was going down a well. Okay, it was this well. And
I can't hear you.
okay, so here it is.
Wow, what am I supposed to do with
Okay, it breaks. I
that?
go down.
Looks inviting.
Yeah, this is the part where I freaked
Flying
out
like
the
this?
most.
Demon.
Okay, so it's basically a well, and then you got. It's just this part made me feel so uncomfortable, with the water being right at your chest level, and I can't explain it until you're actually in VR. Okay, and the total darkness, and I can't see anything. It made me so uncomfortable, and then you got noise coming from left, right, and you have to use your camera to flash them, to lure them out or get ahead or something. I did not know what to do here. So
Yeah, this looks like it would be wild.
yeah, I'll put it in. Okay, here I could hear myself jump skidding. This is, if you look at my body language, I was literally,
This is
I'm
just a
literally
big, giant
shivering.
fever dream. A giant fever dream. Why? I can't hear you.
And then there's like whispers behind me, to the left, right, in front of me.
Hello? This thing. Go around
And
in a
then-
circle.
And the fact that I don't know what to do creeps me out even more. All right.
Ugh. What kind of puzzle is this?
I guess it is fun to watch someone play this. Okay, where's the part of that? It was near the end of this section. I was stuck here for a while.
I swear if it jumps me again.
Oh, did I get jumped? Alright, so here it is. I think this is how it works.
This one. Here we go.
Yeah.
Oh, just fucking kill me already. Fuck you.
Alright. I'll show you the part where.
This way.
Okay, here it is. Here's the part.
Fucker, get your ass out here.
Yeah. That's how scared I was.
Cannot be real. So this fucking
Fuck.
belonged to that woman. Why is this?
Yeah. That's how scared I was. This was the worst of the worst. And there was other section too where you're kind of like shimmying across a wall, like a little bit section where it feels extremely claustrophobic. And because your character doesn't really run, you kind of like either slowly walk or shimmy your way across. There was another part where it's like you were inside a maze, and then it was completely pitch dark, as in you can barely see 2 feet in front of your hand, and you only have a candle. That part. Okay, this is the part. See?
She's far away.
Look at this part. I cannot stress just how uncomfortable I was in this area. The dim lighting and
Am
how
I supposed
close
to
the
follow
walls
her voice
are.
or what? Granny, seriously, you're starting to piss me off.
I'm just talking like that just because it's the only thing that keeps me calm. If you can look at the candle, right? It's basically me shaking.
Come
This
on.
is extremely
I've been in this
freaky.
squatting position for a very long time now. I don't know why I was squatting. I think it was just about me trying to get my balance.
Yep. And then afterwards I just couldn't do it anymore. Or rather I kept going, but I could not keep going for that long. It's amazing that I was still able to get through it. So, hey, look at me. I'm live. And that's me. Anyways, if you want to be that traumatized, get VR. Trust me. I actually thought about playing most of the games, even Five Nights at Freddy's, regular games like these in VR. But all it does is basically put you in a room, and they have a big ass screen. It's like your mini IMAX, and it's not the same. It's not the same. And plus, it's a bit laggy as well, because transferring the data from your computer to the Meta Quest 3 with the USB, it has like maybe, I want to say 3/4 of a second lag. So that's why VR is not there due to the motion control, as well as the fact that the data transfer between the PC and the visual is a little bit it's not there yet. So this is why I think that if a horror works better with VR, because it's more about atmosphere and storytelling. You don't have to be accurate. And this is why a lot of VR games are technically a little bit on the easier side. And you don't really want to play VR for more than, I would say, 2 hours, because it really strains your eyes. I'm wearing glasses, so I actually had to buy prescriptions for the Quest 3 as well. So that costs a little bit extra. But right now, all it is just collecting dust. I've went on Game Jolt and I've seen, I've got, what is it? There was a couple of VR games in there on Game Jolt. One was Pizzeria Simulator. And believe me, that one's actually quite scary. But it kept crashing, okay? It kept crashing. If you play Pizzeria Simulator, I assume, right, Ned?
Yeah, I've played.
So basically when you're in there, you're basically in a chair. Your right is like a big giant vent. Left is another vent. It's really big too. And you have your computer. And it gave me some really big jump scares. But again, it kept crashing. They're also making Return to Bloody Nights VR, but that project is not going to be available for a while. It just says they're doing it. And with Game Jolt games, like I said, like how it is, there's really no release date. It'll be ready when it's ready. So, Yep. Anyways, I don't know. Going back and watching my own stream, I only do it for editing reasons. I never really went back and watched it all. I don't like watching myself. So, but it does help me improve. Yeah, it does help me improve. I'm much more comfortable with the camera. So to answer your previous statement, Ned, is that don't be afraid. I mean, you could use me as a crutch. You're not that nervous talking to me now, I assume, compared to,
Yeah,
I guess, maybe in the
pretty
beginning, right?
chill, I think.
Yeah, and that's what I want. And hopefully just develop a good community. I know I cannot compete with, you know, Kai Cenat or those guys when it comes to screaming matches, but I really don't want to do those things anyway. I'd rather just do a shorter stream, hang out, and have a chill vibe, like having a cup of coffee or something. And in this day and age, I think that's what I would like. I cannot watch a streamer for more than like an hour, and that's already a pretty tall asking. So
And I think that's really all you need when it comes to streaming.
hey, Seabass, what's up? You're here. Welcome. As you guys can see now, there's no more invites. You guys can come in on your own. So hopefully that makes everything a little bit easier, right?
Oh, definitely.
Cool.
Way easier, I think.
You were saying, Ned?
I think that's all you really need when it comes to streaming. I don't think you need to do anything too big. Just chill vibes and a good hour.
Agreed. You gotta realize streaming is not for everyone, but if you do want to stream, you just gotta think about, is it improving your life? Streaming has improved because it makes me want to play games again. Otherwise, I would never play Madison, Bloodborne, Doki Doki, Five Nights at Freddy's, or any of these games. So it has because before streaming, I was actually really falling out of love with games in general. I did not have any plans to play get a PS5 or PC or anything. I was planning my controller for my PlayStation 4 was basically collecting dust in my room, and I didn't care one bit for it. And until I found the Steam library and I saw all these different games, from like these visual novels about, with like romances, to pure up straight up adult entertainment, to say the least. And that was quite interesting. I did not expect that on Steam. You guys might know about it, but it would never happen on PlayStation or Xbox because of all the censorship. And then you got free games like on Game Jolt, itch.io, and I could definitely see the passion, and so it brought it back to me. So I like streaming. That's why I'm not exactly worried about getting big or anything. The only thing I want my stream to get bigger is so that I can have more people to chat with. That's all.
Well, and the main thing is, I definitely think that Nintendo gave up on their library, because you could, as soon as you opened it, it was AI. Well, like AI hentai was in every single one of them.
It wasn't as bad as I thought, but yeah, I remember some questionable games on Nintendo library. But then again, they were nowhere near as obvious in on Steam. I'm not going to show it to you guys because it's obviously against terms of service. Please understand. You guys can look it up for yourself. It's pretty free. And my state, Texas, is already banned adult entertainment. If you didn't know that, by the way. Hey, who's this? I have friend 69. Jeez, welcome. See, this is what I mean. Now I got more people coming in, just having a chat with me. And what was I gonna say? I thought Doki Doki Literature Club was actually one of those H games, but it turns out to be much more. And in all honesty, I find it kind of how do I say it, guys? That I'm strangely attracted, not to the anime girls, but to the fact that having a psychotic yandere girlfriend that's stalking and obsessed with you in such a horrifying way that I don't know why. It's like harem, if you guys know what that genre is, right? Basically, harem is like one main male protagonist, a bunch of girls fighting over him. Trash anime taste, by the way. That I just felt, it felt good because it's like all these girls are fighting over me, but in like the worst and darkest way. Is that bad? Is it bad? I'm honestly asking here. So that's what I found quite intriguing. Feel free to play it.
Checked out the game myself, but I would be interested to. I like indie horror type games, so I think it's something I would like.
Oh, I agree. Ned, if you can play Doki Doki, again, I would play on the PC. You know why? I played it on the PlayStation 5. One, it was censored. There was no nudity or anything, but the blood was censored. And I was like, oh, that sucks. It's understandable. And it cost me like $12, I think. And then when I got the PC, it was free. It's literally free on Steam. And it's not censored. So that's when I realized, like, why do I need PlayStation for? I have no use for it whatsoever. There's no exclusive on there that I really care for anymore. Because back in the day, my favorite console system of all time, PlayStation 2. A list of Final Fantasy games, both old, from Final Fantasy 6 to 7, 8, 9, 10. I never played 8, by the way. Metal Gear Solid, Devil May Cry. And then you got Xbox with Halo, Call of Duty, even though it's not really... was it exclusive? I don't remember. NBA Straight Volume. All these banging games that I just could not wait to get my hands on. And now, as I look back on my library, PlayStation... I still have my old games, by the way. I collect them. It's like when I finish reading a book, I put them on a shelf as like a trophy for myself. For memories and stuff. If I don't like a game, I return that game or give it away. So my PS2 library was like this big, and I'm very anal about what games I keep. And then when the PS3 came out, it was like this, and then PS4 it was like this, and then eventually PS5 is none. This is why I will continue to say, okay, I'm willing to buy a Nintendo console because they have exclusive, right? You'll never see a Mario or Zelda coming to PC. They'll never be multi-platform, right? That's impossible. But like I said about the Switch 2, the only ones that you can play right now is Mario Kart World. And feel free to correct me, guys, if I'm wrong. I do not know hardcore Mario Kart community. I know Zelda hardcore community. Smash has a very hardcore community. Mario has one as well, but Mario Kart is a very family-friendly game, and because it's so family-friendly, no one really takes it seriously. At the same time, it's the best-selling game because it is kind of like Monopoly in a house. If your friends come over, if they get bored, play some Monopoly or play some cards. So that's why it sells well. But no one plays it seriously. I hope not. At least I hope not. So when they announced all they announced was Mario Kart World, and then they only showed Zelda, Tears of the Kingdom, and Breath of the Wild, and you have to buy the upgrade for it. That rubbed me the wrong way. And $80 for Mario Kart. If I have my a Switch 2 right now, imagine if you guys have it. What would you play on it? Other than Mario Kart World, which will last for about maybe a few hours, afterwards you're probably going to play old games. But if I can play old games, I'd rather play Smash, and I could save like $600. So is it really worth it? Right now, I say it's not.
I'm planning on buying it later because of Metroid Prime 4 Beyond.
There you go.
Mainly. But it is funny because the Mario Kart community is becoming much bigger. So there's like speedrunners now.
There are speedrunners? I did not know that.
Yeah.
Huh. Speedrunners, I'm not surprised, but hardcore competitive? Is there hardcore competitive Mario Kart?
Unless you're playing online, no.
Okay. I don't think anyone should take Mario Kart that seriously. It usually ends in arguments and end of friendships. Thank God we never had that happen. So.
It's funny because Monopoly used to be a very competitive board game.
It is? Oh.
It used to be very competitive. I do not know why.
Jeez. Well, I guess you proved me wrong then. But then again, I never met anyone who played Monopoly that badly. I know poker who's competitive because real money is involved, but I never like it's like playing Uno. Like okay, well, it's basically a time killer. You know what I mean? But yeah, I don't mind if you guys play get the Switch too, because right now I can only see if people really want to play the new Donkey Kong, which comes out next month. But there's also the other issue with the Switch for me, which is the handheld thing, and I wanted to ask both of you some opinions. When you play handheld, as in literally a handheld console or whatever it is, I always think of Game Boy Advance or my old Game Boys, right? But right now they have a competition that is something called the phone. Do I really want to play Game Boy or a very large console that someone could easily snatch out of my hand in public? I say no. And then the other thing is, would I play? What kind of games would I play on a handheld? I preferred calm games like Stardew Valley, farming simulations, and other games like RPGs because they're very, time friendly. If I play it like a shooter, the problem with that is you probably don't have a very good Wi-Fi. And if I play shooter on the console, usually you want you have one accuracy and all that stuff. I don't see it playing Call of Duty or any shooters, that accurately with holding a console like that with controls with buttons like that. So it's very confusing for me when it comes to those games. Mario is okay, Stardew Valley, but I would never play Smash Ultimate. I've never played Smash Ultimate on my console, like on a handheld, even though it's an option, because I don't see the point. I cannot play against another player online, and if you try to play Smash with while holding the screen and the controller, it feels extremely uncomfortable. So why would I? It's one of those things like, I have the option to do it, but why would I? And as in, if I could just scroll through YouTube, watch videos, and play some kind of phone games. So that's why I think it's a mistake. A lot of these companies are going for the handheld options just to have it.
I agree with that because there's so many free things online.
Mm-hmm.
Like, YouTube even has free online games now. Netflix subscriptions give you free mobile games.
And they're all on your phone. You would probably be easier to play on your phone, which is just requires your two fingers. And it's much lazier, and it's more lucrative in terms of making money than compared to, like, saying, making a shooter for a handheld, right? So I don't see the point. Ned, anything? What do you think, Seabass?
Oh, yes, actually. Oh, so, this is actually in regard to the teasers I showed yesterday. You remember how there was a note that you tried to read, but it's not the most readable? Well, I took a screenshot of the note up close, and
Yep, I remember that. Mm-hmm.
And I was wondering if you wanted to see what it says. I'll post it in video game stuff. It's not it's not super important, but I just thought, why not?
Yeah. No, why not?
Yeah,
Right.
I posted it.
Is in this one? Questions for me?
Video game stuff.
Oh, is that right? Awesome. I'll check it out. All
A
right.
screenshot of the note. You couldn't really read a close-up.
I just beat. Hang on, but I just beat. Daytime mode. Adrian's asking me if I'm cooking. I was supposed to cook today, But the thing is that I was supposed to cook fried rice. As you guys can tell, this is my wok. This is the exact wok I had in my restaurant, by the way. So as you can see, it's a little bit worn. But thing is, I don't have any rice tonight. If you don't know how to cook fried rice, you have to use a day-old rice. And I thought I did, but apparently my mom took it with her to work today, and she ate that. I was like, oh, well, I don't have any rice, so I was like, well, what do I do? So I'm just gonna play Five Nights at Wario's and beat it. This would be awesome if you guys could. Let's see, what was I gonna say? Sorry, Adrian. Sorry. Fried rice is like the easiest thing to cook. Trust me, if you guys can make fried rice, you guys can make anything. It's kind of like what the American version of what a casserole is. And by the way, don't take offense to it, but I think casserole sucks. To me, feel free to correct me, Ned. Casseroles is basically taking nothing but leftover food, put it in a tray, dump cheese on it, and bake it. It's like, that doesn't sound very good to me.
I've never had it before.
You never had it before?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, then feel free to make fried rice, because fried rice is literally supposed to be the simplest and the most. It's basically our versions of the casserole. Take leftover food and then turn it into something delicious.
I've never had casserole.
I'm pretty sure you had fried rice, though, right?
Yeah, I've definitely had fried rice.
You heard me, Adrian. I'm not a fan of casseroles. I had them when I went to a couple of my friends' house when their moms were making it. It was never my favorite. I don't think it's because their cooking was bad, because they made good food. It's just the casserole. It's just like, it's like you guys put peanut butter on freaking what is it, celery sticks. That does not make any sense to me. I think it tastes disgusting. Or putting cheddar cheese on broccoli. I was like, broccoli tastes great without cheese. Why are y'all putting disgusting American processed cheese on it? But hey. That's just me. I'm not trying to be elitist or anything like that, but I like to keep food simple. So if you can't tell, fried rice, all you really need is the rice, an egg, and the sauce. Everything else is more or less whatever you have. Like if you have leftover chicken breast, cut it into small cubes, dump it in. A little bit of vegetables, a little bit of corn, a little green peas, dump it in, carrots, whatever. Easy. Yeah, sorry, Adrian. No rice. No rice. I don't have any rice. And I'm not about to cook fried rice with fresh rice. That is a cardinal sin. Just as in yesterday, I committed a cardinal sin by adding, but instead of adding stock to a risotto, I added water. And instead of using real cheese, which costs a crap ton of money, by the way, I used popcorn seasoning instead. Hey, I call myself a genius on that part. It tastes delicious. But I'm pretty sure that every Italian who will watch that video will probably put me on their hit list. Oh.
Also, I'm not sure if you missed it, but have you watched the Sukuna versus Perfect Cell yet?
Oh yeah, you recommended it to me. There you go. I was gonna watch it. There you go. All right, let's watch it then. Sukuna versus Perfect. Was there no link? I guess I'll have to look it up then. Actually, you know what?
No
I'll
link.
watch it tomorrow. Is
No
that all
link.
right? I'll be cooking fried rice tomorrow. Is that all right? Seabass, cool with you?
Yeah.
And because of I enjoy the feeling. I don't know. Don't tell me how old you guys are. All right, but I'm 34 currently, and I missed that part of my life in college when I was with my friends, and we would gather around. Some of them don't cook, but I do. So I love to be in the kitchen and just watching them play games or just chatting or playing Monopoly or playing cards. And I would get into their conversation somewhat. Like if I cook something and then one of them starts sucking at Call of Duty, I would comment on it. And then afterwards, I was like, hey, dinner's ready or lunch is ready. We all gather together and eat together and just talk about how crappy our test scores were. I really miss that feeling. I really, really miss that feeling. And I'll share something with you guys because my family immigrated here around 1998. So what happened is that my family was the only one who immigrated. So all of my extended family, my cousins, aunts, uncles, they did not come here. So right now, every time I go back, I have hard time speaking to them because I don't know that much Chinese, and I really don't know the culture of Chinese as well. So, and in Asia, family is extremely important, very important. There's a reason we sit down and share dishes and talk. I can't do that here with my parents. My parents are actually separated, divorced. So that's already out of the norm for a lot of Asian parents. And rarely do we sit down and have a meal together without much argument. You guys might think that I grew up in an abusive house. It's not really abusive. It's really just, we were just doing our own thing. So we didn't have any problem with each other. I also, there's a reason I prefer to go out and hang out with my friends. And I've never invited my friends to my house unless it was absolutely necessary. Because I didn't want them to see my family like that. Again, nothing abusive. It's just we weren't really that close with each other because we all have different things. They have different expectations of me. If I met their expectations, I'd probably be a doctor or a lawyer or engineer. But instead, I became obsessed with sales, and then eventually went to the restaurant business, and then of course streaming as well. Now, when Adrian, it's always a just chatting session with me. I try to do just chatting with you guys on when I'm playing FNAF as well. It was a little bit tough for me when Ned was talking to me because some parts requires my hearing, but he's nice enough not to screw me up. But if let's say Crack was here or anyone else was here, maybe Wolf was here, they probably scream into the mic and try to mess me up. So right now my Discord is no invites anymore. Just come in and say whatever you want. Just try to be respectful. I love a good troll though. And if I do cook though, then come in and just hang out. That's the kind of stream that I personally would enjoy watching or come in for, and that's what I'm gonna do. So yeah, don't worry. The content is me, not the game, or the cooking. So hopefully you guys are enjoying me. I'm basically a buffet to you guys. All you guys can eat. God, that sounds terrible.
But do not invite too many 2B tours.
No, I get
from
it.
a Minecraft server, a lot of slurs will be said. Just
No,
be careful about that.
I know. Thanks for the heads up, Seabass. And to answer, Adrian, you're like the third. You're asking me that question if I'm going back to Roblox. Eventually, when I get my account back, yes, I will. When I get my account back. But last time I was on Roblox, I played halls with like 8 different people. I think you were there, Seabass. And it was such a mess because it's like having 10 people talking into your head, and it was like a screaming match between everyone. As fun as it gave me more stress than anything else because it's like me trying to hurry, like, okay, everyone calm down, please, let's line up, something like that. So that it was still fun though. But I definitely will be keeping a limit to the amount of people that can talk to me in voice chat, just because if I had 10 people talking at the same time, then it's going to be very, very chaotic. So it's nothing against people. Okay?
Yeah.
Yes, Adrian, that was supposed to be a pun. And plus, I mean, to be a good streamer, I thought after seeing so many streams, I thought it's all about connectivity. Now, maybe I have a better chance of getting more people in if I was a attractive anime-looking girl with like C-cup knockers or something like that. But unfortunately, I don't have the luxury of being an attractive-looking girl. So I just have to sell my own personality, which is actually something that I'm pretty good at. I never knew.
You're doing great, I think.
Yeah, I hope so. The only issue is that not many people know. So I don't mind trolls. If they come in and try to get me to quote unquote say something that might get me canceled, I was like, I don't care. My streams are not monetized. It's not like I'm making any money off of this. So it doesn't really matter. I just think it's fun. And I met bullies in real life, and believe it or not, I actually befriended a couple of them. You take them as it is. Um, you take them, you know, you don't really back down, but at the same time, you don't want to challenge them in terms of authority. It's like someone tells you, hey, someone is like picking on you, don't go up to them and start punching them in the face. Instead, take it in stride and take whatever they're throwing at you right back at them, and that tells them that you have a backbone, you have a sense of humor, and eventually, who knows, they just might like you. Some of them are just picking on you because maybe it's a bad first impression, maybe there's stereotypes, maybe this their way of flirting, as I found out a couple of times when I was in high school. Damn those girls. I could go on about that as well. Man.
I am not surprised girls were flirting with you in high school, though.
I was, because I usually avoid them. And by the way, I'm actually much skinnier in high school than I was now, and I'm also much less confident, and I'm nowhere near as personable. I had a girl telling me that she didn't talk to me for years because her impressions of me was that she thought I gave off a very not only cold, but also one of those "I'm better than you" impression. I was like, when did I do that? I'm the furthest thing away from that. But it turns out that's just the way people thought that I was like that. So, thinking back on it, I didn't mean to come off as that. But basically, if I wasn't interested in someone, I was not going to go out of my way to talk to them. I basically just walked past them like this without giving a second look. I guess another story was that I did skip my prom because my homecoming, my previous two homecoming was absolutely horrible. So I skipped prom, and then when I mentioned that to everyone else, one of the girls actually wanted to ask me to it. I was surprised by that, and when people told me when she heard about it, she basically gave up because I was done with the whole boy girl bullshit in high school. So I guess you can say I was kind of red pilled, if you know what that is. I don't have that many female friends, but the ones who are my friends, I'm 100% not attracted to them. Two, I tell all the girls exactly the same. It's like, hey, I have no feeling towards you whatsoever, as directly as possible. And some of them cannot take that. So, I don't have, but I do have a lot of my female friends are actually pretty attractive, if I don't know them that way. What the heck is prom promotion? It's high school senior dance. I skipped it, but funny enough, I was invited to another school's prom, so I went to that prom instead. It's fine. Overrated, by the way.
I feel like a lot of people like have a different image of who I am, like from when they actually get to know me. You know, like I make a lot of disturbing art stuff and stuff like that.
Oh, with the arts that you showed, right? Yeah.
Yeah, but then I'm just a lot more wholesome, if that makes any sense. Like,
No, it does. No, it does. I get what you mean. I get what you mean, Ned. I had a different group of friends. I don't know if you guys can relate, or understand this, but in high school there's different groups, right? There's the orchestra people, there's the band people. They're not the same. There's the jocks, and then there's the super popular kids, and then there's the theater kids, and then the weirdos, anime guy people, and then there's the normies. I had friends there's the minorities, Hispanics with Hispanics, Asians with Asians, and then blacks with blacks. So my school is not that big, depending on where you're from. My class had about 350 to 400 people in there, and I was one of maybe 7 Asians in general, including Vietnamese, Japanese, and whatever. So I didn't have that many that shared same kind of stuff. You know, we didn't share. There's no one that I can actually really relate to in terms of culture. So I was more of a drifter. I guess you can say, loner or drifter. I had friends in all different kinds of groups. I got along with almost everyone, except for maybe the girls, because I tend to stay away from them because there's just too much drama. So when I went to my homecoming, I was looking out for the girl, so I went with my friends, but she didn't have a great time. I don't want to get into it. Maybe I'll speak out this story later. And the next one, which is the worst homecoming I've ever been attended to, I went with the orchestra group because I thought the girl was a little bit on the shy side. So I was like, okay, maybe my boisterous groupies are a little bit rough. They drink and stuff. They rough. So I went with the more tamed ones. And that one ended in disaster. So after that, I decided to never, ever go to any of these dances ever again. Ever. That is until I got asked to prom by one of my friends over there. And she became a Mormon. And no, we're friends. She has a boyfriend. He couldn't attend that time. I did not know the boyfriend, but she asked me, which is kind of sus. Now that I think about it, shit, that is kind of sus. That is sus. Anyways, I went, had a good time, but there was absolutely no flirting, no attraction from me whatsoever. And that was basically my high school life with with most of the girls. So this is why I have I guess you can say a variety of interest. If I want to do gaming, I had to go with my friends from another school who had far more Asians. If I'm just hanging with my buddies, like we go and mow lawns and hang out 7-Eleven or roller skate or basketball, whatever, I hang out with my Caucasian friends. If I want to do a little bit more cooking and, taste different food, if I want some free food, I usually hang out with my Hispanic friends. I don't have as many black friends, but the few do, they were more on the basketball and football era or groupies. And sometimes I hang out with them. I took them to eat some Korean fried chicken. They took me to eat Louisiana or Southern fried chicken. To this day, we still debate on which is better. In my opinion, Korean fried chicken is still better. That's just me.
The funny part is, like, most of my friends are black. I do not try to have black friends, but they just all are black.
That's fine. I mean, we don't do it intend to be racist or anything. My friends make fun of my race and the fact that, I never had a girlfriend in my life all the time. My boss makes fun of me. And you know what? These are the kind of friends I prefer because we can joke each other about our shortcomings or flaws. And I don't take it to offense. This is why trolls never bothered me because I'm well aware of the fact that I'm chubby for an Asian. I don't brag about it, but at the same time, it doesn't bother me. And those are the type of friends that I prefer because I can make fun of them. My boss is a fat American chub. He is 5'6", 5'7". Always makes fun of my small wee wee and never being able to use it. But then he took me to a strip club. We're friends. He's like 20-something years older than me. So he popped my cherry he paid for my first lap dance, which was great. It was just fun. And then there are the other friends too, which I go over to their house. They have their wife. I get along with them great. I like seeing their kids. And I think the best kind of friends are the ones where you don't really need to talk to them on a regular basis. But when you do talk to them, it's like you never left. It's like you just pick things up right back. But this time you have so much more to share. Like, oh, your kid grew up, or where did you go on vacation, or what happened to you right now. And none of my friends make fun of me for being a streamer. They make jokes about it, but at the same time they also encouraged me. Say, great, if that's what you like, what you enjoy it, perfect. I'm all for it. So these are the kind of friends that I trust a lot. There's certainly barriers between us because everyone has their own private space. but they respect it. And unfortunately, I also lost some friends as well. You guys who are young probably will experience this later on because people change. I lost some friends due to drugs and partying, and worst of all, depression as well. People just change. But the ones that I've lost are usually through distance, as in we didn't have any classes together, or they moved. It's just that time. But you make peace with it, which is why streaming is so great, because the more people I get in here, the more I get to learn. You guys are like that friend who gives me different perspectives almost every night. I can promise you I cannot talk to my friends every single day because I do not want to hear about their kids. Despite how much I like them, I do not want to hear about them every single night. But you guys, like Ned sharing your art with me, or Seabass sharing how, your little story right here. Sorry for cutting you off about you don't have that many, African American friends. But you don't have to be so sensitive about when it comes to me. I don't mind if you guys make fun of me. In fact, I probably encourage it.
Yeah, I think poking fun at each other is a great thing. I do it with my friends from time to time whenever we speak. And yeah, it's a fun time overall.
I agree. So if you guys ever want to take what you will, I hope instead of just being entertaining, I hope to make. I mean, it sounds cheesy, but I hope to, at the very least, improve some part of your life in your day. Is that if you guys maybe want to stream, I fully encourage it. If it's something you are interested in looking, I can give you some tips and advice. If you need someone to talk to, I don't mind listening to you. Just be careful with what you share with me, because I'm the streamer, and there's certain aspects that I can say and I cannot say. So just be wary of that. And I'm here to listen, and I can do as much as I can for you guys as a streamer. So yeah. What's up?
What I did was I put I gave a Bluetooth speaker to my friend, but it's already connected to my phone. And what I did was I played 5 hours, but every 10 minutes a random noise plays.
Good troll. Good
You
troll.
didn't know what it was.
That's a good troll right there. That's a good troll. Again, if you guys want to do that with me, I left my voice chat open. Maybe I'm giving you guys too much power, but that's a risk I'm willing to take. If I ever play a game, say a horror game, if I'm playing Silent Hill F, if I'm being scared, or when I play Secrets of the Mimic and I cannot read chat, you guys are welcome to come on stream in this little voice chat right here. Either give me some hints, tips, which is much appreciated, or you guys can be assholes. I don't mind either. I think it's entertaining either way. But the only thing I ask you guys not to do is if I'm playing like Deltarune, for example, a story-heavy driven game, just don't give me any spoilers. Tips are great, just no spoilers. That's all. I don't think that's asking too much, right?
Not gonna lie, when I came in the voice chat today, I debated on doing a bit of trolling while you were playing the game, but I decided not to because, yeah.
You're being too nice?
Yeah, I didn't feel like it.
There's good trolls and bad trolls. If you're just doing like what Wolf did, because he literally came in when I was playing Alien Isolation, he literally just went, that's not good. I was like, is that all you got? But
or you can play the monster noises like when it's behind you, or the screech while you're playing the game.
that's actually a good idea. You guys don't have to say anything, but instead make funny noises, or like whispers that are not really in game. But if you guys want to do that, I think that can cause some really good chaos. That would be great. Heck, if I ever play Smash Ultimate or the next one, I wouldn't mind it if I'm playing one of you guys on stream, and then the rest who are waiting in line either cheer against me or cheer me on. I don't mind that. We did that when in Call of Duty, and back when I was super competitive in Smash Melee. Okay, I loved that feeling. I trash talked my friends when they were playing NBA Jam all the time, or Street Volume 2, whatever. It was some of the most fun memories I've had. Okay, we don't need to take ourselves too seriously here. I just want to have fun. So if that's what you guys want to do, just think about it. As long as it's like not like you saw the trolls that came in maybe a few weeks ago, right? Ned, when it was on Twitch, and they used specific words to make me say racist things. I played it off, but just don't do those kind of ones. I can take it, but when it comes to terms of service, YouTube, Discord, whatever, that's not cool. So if you guys can do that, it's all right. What's that?
Yeah.
I heavily recommend, if you're playing Terraria, to do the tutorial and watch a 20-minute beginner's guide before you play, so it will not take you 2 hours to figure it out.
Oh, jeez.
So just do the tutorial in the game, then watch like a 20-minute beginner's guide.
I'm one of those guys that really skip tutorials, but I like to figure things out on my own. But if you think that I really need to,
tutorial,
all right.
or you'll not know how to build a house.
Okay. That's going to be a long stream then. Because 20 minutes on purely tutorial, then that's going to probably take me 30 minutes to actually comprehend it, and then some practicing as well. Just letting you know. I'm a 34-year-old man, okay? By streaming standard, that is quite old. It's like being in the NBA, and I'm like LeBron James's age. That mofo should retire already. Anyway, so just be patient with me. This is why if you guys ever ask me to play Fortnite again, I swear to God, I cannot compete with like a 6-7-year-old with the reflex of a cat on doing headshots while sprint running. I can't do it. I saw some people play. I was like, Jesus, this is like way beyond anything I can ever do in Call of Duty.
Well,
maybe back then I could.
Compare yourself to the pros.
What's that?
Do not compare yourself to them, because you haven't wasted 2,000 hours of your life playing it.
Dude, I promise you, I was there. I understand where they are when I was their age. Trust me. Except we didn't have Fortnite. I played old school games. It was, I don't know if you guys heard of it, RuneScape. That's the game that I spent a stupid amount of hours on. And that was before it became like a paid game. Okay? That's the game that every one of my friends were playing, whether it's the jocks or the wrestling team or the whatever. We all played it, and it was so cool to meet them in a digital world where I can trash talk them with my keyboard. And in fact, that was actually the reason. You guys don't have this in school now, but back then, schools had keyboard typing classes because computer was new to us. We actually had to know how to type. And I learned how to type. I learned how to practice typing by playing RuneScape. That was incredible. And I actually made my first girlfriend on there as well. It was just flirting. If you guys don't know what RuneScape is, I'll show it to you. It's like this. Hold on. Old school RuneScape. This game is still available, by the way. So this is RuneScape. This is what I played back in the day, okay? This graphics. And when you type something, your text would show up on top. And with this many people, it would sometimes get lost in there. And so if someone's trying to sell something, blah, 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 I would say, probably close to 3,000 to 4,000 hours on here. And man, we wasted so much time on this. It was still really, really fun. Although if you play it right now, it's nothing more than a point and click kind of game. And the stats that we had to upgrade was ridiculously tedious. But this is my only MMO game that I played. My friends tried to get me into Warcraft, World of Warcraft, and Starcraft. I was not smart enough to play Starcraft. Okay, it was too Korean for me. Okay, it was too Korean for me. I'm not that smart. And then the other game that I played was actually Melee. That was the second game that I spent a stupid amount of hours on, which is Melee, Super Smash Melee. And I bought a GameCube solely because of that. And I bought it because, one, I begged the hell out of my parents, and it's only because I was able to like get straight A's in certain subjects, and they say, okay, fine, we'll buy it to you. Even after I bought it, I got so good that none of my friends in my circle would play me ever. I went from a Fox main to a Falco main, and when I switched to Falco, like they wouldn't even like, oh, you're playing? I don't want to play you. It was that bad. The only ones that was able to beat me, and in fact, were not really Asians. They were actually my Hispanic friends. They were really good. And that's why I was never surprised that if you know the Smash community, MK Leo and who used to be, and then the guy Zero, the South American, Hispanic people, they're really, really good at Smash. None of my white friends, Caucasian friends played it. Only a few black people, black friends, sorry, a few of my black friends played it. Those guys were into shooters, but none of my Asian friends was able to beat me. It got so bad to the point where I gave up, and I think I'm not as good as, like, say, Mango and those guys, but I can definitely safe to say that I am at least good enough to be able to enter a tournament. I don't know how far I get, probably the first round exit, but at least I'm good enough to qualify for that. I'm pretty confident in that. And then when Brawl came out, another console seller that I bought, which is the Wii, but they said that the Brawl was not very good. And I played Pit, and I played the most annoying ass way possible, which is arrow spamming. And afterwards, I got good with Pit. No one wanted to play me. And that was the last time I really played Smash competitively. I never picked up Smash 4 or Ultimate. I bought the console just for those games, but I never really played them all that much. I have probably less than 100 hours in both of those games, which is very, very low for Smash. So that was my gaming console. And then I started to look into more single player games. Uncharted 2, that was phenomenal. Mass Effect, if you guys are into that series. Yakuza 0 got me into the Yakuza series. All these games. But by then, I guess the last competitive game that I really played after Smash was Call of Duty. But when I got to Call of Duty 2, the lobby was just filling with idiots and saying some of the most ridiculous things ever, and I got tired of it. So that was my last time ever playing competitively in any games. Jeez, I went on a rant on there, didn't I?
Yeah.
I hope you guys are not. Jesus, I'm sorry. Didn't mean to interrupt your story, guys. Oh, man. This is how I am with in real estate. Gotta understand, when I have someone sitting in your car and you're trying to get them to sign a contract to buy a house or sign a lease, you talk, okay? Unless they talk more than you, then you shut up. And that's how you do sales. You get them to open up. In a way, you can see this as a psychology thing, because forgive me if I am assuming these. I'm guessing that maybe you Seabass and that you guys are not. You guys usually probably don't go into Discord and start talking to people in voice, right? Maybe a few chats here and there. But the fact that you guys are able to share some of your personal stories with me, as little as it is, which I'm okay with, shows me that this is a sales technique. Get it? This is a sales thing. And I'm enjoying it. I'm having a lot of fun doing it. Because this is a game for me as well.
Yeah, it's been pretty fun. I enjoy the voice chats.
Yeah, me too. So don't worry. I'll be back tomorrow. And then Friday, I will be finishing up Five Nights at Wario's 4. And then after that one will be 5. I really wanted to play Deltarune afterwards. But then again, I did promise Seabass to play, Terraria. So I'll be doing that next week then, if I am able to finish the Five Nights at Wario series. And don't worry, I'm not doing it.
there's a free online game that I enjoy playing called Kyomet. Just curious if you could just check out before the stream ends. Just like look.
Spell it.
I think it's. Hold on, I'll type it in the chat. There, in the YouTube chat.
Kyomet. Okay. Huh. What kind of game is this? A base game? It looks like it's definitely like it looks like one of those pre-alpha base conquering games. Seems. Am I correct? Man, this.
I mean, it's more like a strategy game, but I left my computer ran it for like. I was able to get my kingdom so big, I just didn't touch it for 2 days, and it was still alive.
Oh, jeez. Kyomet. Okay, it's Android, so it is a phone game, but you can play it on the PC. Okay.
Yeah, I
makes
play it on
sense.
PC usually.
All right.
I didn't have the app though.
Cool. Oh, and guys, I am still broke. If you didn't know that, I still got bills to pay, which I am kind of I am a little bit behind. But the good news is I have appointments tomorrow, the next day, and the day after. I'm getting paid a little bit. This is not a sales. This is just more like an inspection. Real estate, by the way. So I could technically buy like one expensive game, which is like $60, $70. But there's my change for the next couple of months. There's the extra cash that I have. There you go. That's how much money I have right now. Plus, I still gotta pay for food, guys. So take with what you will. I might start cooking more fried rice soon, just because this dish is undoubtedly the cheapest dish that I know of and the easiest. If I ever do become a big streamer, I want all of you to, at the very least, respect me to the point where you guys know how to cook fried rice. I want all of you to learn how to cook fried rice, because you know why? It is not only cheap and delicious, but if you guys ever want to get a girlfriend, cooking is the best way to get them in bed. That is a promise.
I'm not sure if I should have a girlfriend.
Well, I'm just preparing you guys, okay? If you ever want to impress a girl, the first thing you want to do is to get them, is to either have them in your house or you go over to their house. And what better way to say no instead of going to a fancy restaurant, which is super expensive right now, by the way. Tell them you're gonna cook for them. Oh, you can cook? Wow. That's how you get them, okay? And that if you are able to cook good food, it's like an aphrodisiac. It's like something with women that I know of. That maybe this is a generalization, but if a girls find guys who can cook, and something the same way they find men being able to fix stuff attractive. That said, you still got to be in shape, and they have to be attractive to you. But if you're able to cook, that means you already got half the way. You're already halfway there. You got half the work is done because you're already at their place, or them being at your place. So the next thing you need to worry about is just have fun, or then you already set the net. Now you just got to scoop it up. So there you go. There's my dating advice from a guy who has never had a girlfriend in their entire life. Take with what you will with that.
But yeah, I just thought the Kyomet game would be good, since it's a really fun strategy game, which I'm curious if you're good at or not.
No, I'm not. If it's a strategy game, I'm definitely not good at. I'm that special kind of Asians that if strategy games, not good with me. And also, I'll try it out, Seabass. Don't worry. It's just that I promise you, if you guys were here when I was playing that game called Happy Hungry Burger Farm or something like that, I struggled in the tutorial on how to flip a burger. So the fact that you're telling me that this is a strategy game I think I might be good at, you are already giving me way too much credit than I deserve. So thanks.
To read through the guide on what it does. There's 25 different towers in the game that you have to upgrade from base towers, and you have to memorize what different things they can upgrade to that all do different things, and how fast they move.
Yeah, I'll definitely suck at this game, but I'll give it a shot. Again, you feel free to put it on Discord of the recommended games. So, yeah, no worries. All right, guys. No, go ahead, finish, Seabass. Sorry.
You have to double click them to to make them always move when they're filled. It's very complicated.
Thanks. It's very complicated. Exactly what I'm good at then. Oh, well, I'll give it a shot, but I gotta finish the game that you recommended, right? Give me to right. I expect you to be here to help me out if I'm struggling. If I struggle too much, then I'm sorry, then I might have to drop it, just like the because I dropped, what is that game? Ori and the Blind Forest. I was struggling a lot with that game. And the last thing I want is to bore you guys with how bad I am to be able to do a section that is pretty simple. But I'll play it, but I cannot promise you that I can finish it. All right? All right, guys. That's going to be it for tonight. I had a lot of fun, especially at the end. We'll do this tomorrow, more cooking stream, and then on Friday we'll do more gaming. Again, don't think of these as, you know, me playing a game or cooking. Just think of it as just chatting. Come and hang out if you guys want some background noise. All right? You guys have a good night.